Greetings, YouTubers. It is your illustrious Lady Rouge One Full here, and I am back with another interview with the amazing Gabe Kunda. Yay!
Hello, hello.
All right, so first question. What is it like being a Black voice actor? How do you navigate the space with not that many Black voice actors, especially working in anime?
Yeah, it's an endeavor. I first of all, I love being Black. I love my Blackness and the culture, and being able to show. I think one of the things that's important to me is show that we are just as talented in these spaces, and we belong. And I think the thing about uh being Black in these spaces is that, you don't always get all the opportunities that you see your counterparts getting. And that can be frustrating. However, when you break through and you're like, this is why I belong here, things start to change. And I think for me, it's been the same thing too, where it was kind of difficult trying to like prove myself because there's not much room to prove yourself in. And then, getting in there, I'm proud to be constant. I work every day, and I'm grateful for that. And I get to work on these properties that I typically wouldn't be able to work in. But there are people who came before me as well, who have paved the way and allowed me to get into the space, and so I'm grateful for that. So yeah, it's honestly it's an honor. I mean, I think it's to be Black and in anime. Oh yeah, it means a lot.
Awesome. All right. And so some of our audience might not know some of the characters you play. So please tell us some of your roster.
Yeah, so I voice quite a bit of different characters. I'm in One Piece as King. I'm in My Hero Academia as Rocklock, aka Locklock, because they changed the name and stuff. And then I'm in Black Clover as Gildre Paisat, the Purple Orca. I am, oh my gosh, I'm in a bunch of other stuff too. I'm in Ranking of Kings as Desha. I am also in a bunch of other stuff. The list goes on, but I'm in there.
All right. So how did COVID first affect your work? Were you getting more work during COVID? And what is the environment now that people have kind of moved past COVID, even though COVID hasn't technically gone away?
Yeah. Oof. Well, it's been interesting. At first, during COVID, they would send us gear. Thankfully, I have my own recording studio and everything like that, so I didn't necessarily need the gear. But I was like, okay, fine, I'll play with it. We'll do it. And they send it over, and we would record in our homes, and that was the thing. And also, it was if you wanted to work in video games and animation, you needed to be in LA. And then COVID happened, and they were like, actually, maybe not. And so now everybody's working from home, and as long as you have a really good setup, you're good. And so that's kind of my thing, where I'm I working from home, and a lot of the projects I'm working on, whether it be video games like Apex or working on an animation like Barbie or something like that, I'm doing it from home. It's been nice. Every now and then I want to go into LA, I can make that happen, but for the most part, I am home. It works.
Nice. I actually might have to, funny enough, when I went down to my library to start up a sewing class last week, which I'm going to later today, they had a sound booth in there, a whole ass sound booth. I'm not even joking. I was surprised. It was a good size. It was in a local library, one of my local libraries. I was so shocked.
Wow.
It's oh my God. Went in, the setup was nice. It was nice. I might have to find some days to come down here and record.
That's cool. I mean, that's cool. I'm maybe for audiobooks, probably.
Maybe.
Probably why they have it. I don't know.
No clue. But they had it. The resource is there. Haha, I don't have to do everything in my closet.
There you go. Go.
All right. Favorite vocal warm-ups.
Favorite vocal warm-up? I like lip trills. That really helps me open up a little bit and also kind of extend the range, exercise every part of my range. So that's my favorite one. And then also the sirens, which I'm not going to do on here because it's blaring, but it sounds like a banshee.
Nah.
But that's more like just, up the bottom of your range and then like scooping all the way, sounding like a siren. That's the goal.
Mm,
So that's been good. But I like the lip trills. Those are my favorite personally.
okay. Never heard of the siren one before. Everyone tells me the lip trill thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Siren is it's just like it makes you sound goofy, but it helps.
It work. Whatever works.
Whatever works.
Okay, so when we were talking at Otaku Fest and I was trying to guess where your last name come from, you told me you were Congolese. So
Yes.
I have to ask, were your parents supportive? Because, like the thing is with African parents, it's like they don't typically support a lot of things in like the art direction. So were they supportive or did they get supported after they saw like you were really making a living off of it?
The latter. It was, I mean, at first it was, well, I wouldn't say they were not supportive. I think for them, it was just like they didn't know, they didn't understand it. And so, just like a lot of things, when you don't understand it, you're kind of trepidatious about your child or someone involving themselves in it. And then you're like, oh, wait, this is a legitimate thing. Okay, keep doing it. Why not? Pay bills. All we can do is pray for you. So thankfully for my parents, they've supported me and allowed me to continue to do what I do. And, going out of college too. I mean, that took some student loans, and so for them, they were like, "Hey, buddy, you're about to give up this career that's supposed to help pay your student loans back. Like, come on, But I'm glad I did because I was able to do that and a little sum. So yeah,
All right, nice.
they're very accepting now. I mean, now.
Now.
It's craziness. They know everything about it, but yeah, starting it was a little interesting.
Okay, okay. All right, so one of my sillier questions popped up. Of all the anime worlds you have dubbed, so either just be like TV or video games, which one would you choose to live in?
Live and play in. I'm just gonna put both together because I know you didn't ask that, but still.
Now go ahead.
JJK. JJK.
Really? You're
Yeah.
gonna risk that?
Why not? They're doing it.
After the Shibuya, man, you really want to risk that? Okay.
Hold on. I'm season 1, so
Okay.
I don't know what
Okay,
else.
I won't say nothing. Just prepare.
Right now, I'm like,
I won't say anything. Just season 2, prepare your tissues. That's all I'll say. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Prepare the tissues.
Prepare the tissues. It will be pain. I'm not gonna say nothing else, but just just prepare yourself mentally.
Okay.
I'm still in pain.
Oh. Okay. Well, then I'm excited to get there.
Okay. Well, you can't say I didn't warn you when you get to it. You can't say I didn't warn you. All right. So, favorite role of 2023.
Favorite role of 2023 was Macaron in Hi-Fi Rush.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my favorite. Wait, was that 2023?
I think it was.
Had to have been top of the year 2023. Yeah, Hi-Fi Rush. That was literally, I love that role so much. Oh dang! But then also Diablo was kind of fun too. Dang! But I'm gonna go with Hi-Fi Rush. Macaron. He was a lovable teddy bear.
Oh, I will never play Diablo. I don't like pain.
Right.
It's pain. That's why I don't play Elden Ring either. I don't. It's pain.
Elden Ring of all. Yeah. I don't know. I think like Diablo. No, pain. Yeah.
It's pain. It is pain. All right. What new roles can you tell us about that's upcoming, if anything?
What can I say that's coming? Is there anything that's been announced that I can say I'm involved in? Nope, there's nothing. Unfortunately, there is nothing that is, which, it's interesting. Voiceover, rarely is it a situation where they've announced something that unless you're like a motion capture that your face is on there, and then obviously, but there's nothing that I'm working on right now that I can speak to openly, or else someone would snipe me through the window. I think.
I don't want that to happen, so we'll move on.
No.
All right, another one of my sillier questions. How do you think KO and Newcastle would get along if they ever cross paths?
I think KO's super, super, super duper positive and loving and like, I'm sorry, no, Newcastle. Let me take that back. Whew. I think Newcastle is super duper loving and protective and always wants to get people together and this and that and the third. KO, however, is really about business and more like direct and just like, all right, let's get this done. And so I think actually they may butt heads a little bit, because KO is all about killing opponent Radiance and getting, there's a mission he's programmed to kill Radiance, and he could be cold. I mean, he's a robot, so he's definitely cold. But it's one of those things, right? It's like, pairing it with Newcastle, who's super lovable and warm, and he's a dad and all that kind of stuff. I don't think it'll go
Oh,
well.
yeah, that's right. He is. I forgot.
Yeah, I don't think it'll go well. But
Okay. Oh my God. What's your favorite thing about voice acting video game characters, and what's the most frustrating thing?
I'll start with the frustrating thing first. Frustrating thing is that it can be taxing on the voice. I think, if you have if you're working on some of these bigger games and stuff and you're yelling all the time, it can be tough because you have to do another job later on that may require you to kind of be speaking level and just a little bit more like a commercial for McDonald's or whatever. You want to be in good voice for that. But if you just got done from yelling blood curdling stuff, it's gonna be hard to pull out the McDonald's commercial, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I could say. It's a frustrating thing. The thing I love about it is it's super cinematic. I mean, it's super like it is pure acting. Because again, all you have is our voice, and we don't have anything to support us outside of the cinematics. But in order for the cinematics to work, the voice also has to connect. So that's what I can say about that.
Okay.
And why I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, anytime I do an audition for a video game character, it's like, yell this. I'm like, oh, no, please, no.
That's why we
I
keep it
hate
for the end of the
yelling.
week, or the end of the session. We try not to do anything that's going to be at the top of the session that's going to blow out my voice where I can't do the remainder of the stuff. So
All right, well, since the yelling got brought up, this wasn't one of the questions, but now I thought of it. So what would be like the best ways to like do a yelling without blowing out your voice, especially for an audition?
people say there's a healthy way to scream. And that's using more air and it's just very heady and more support, and that means like air support, and also like you making sure that you're keeping like the air support helps you not to just scream on the chords. So it's like the diaphragm and the breathing that ties into it. And it's hard to, every time I talk about the breathing and the diaphragm thing, it's hard because I need at least an hour to explain that to people on what that actually means. It's not just like a buzzword. There's more that goes into it. But I think yelling, screaming, I don't know if there's an actual healthy way to do it. I think it's you have to learn how to mitigate pain and mitigate the ruining of your vocal cords. But I think yelling as a whole is not the best thing for your voice. It's just not. So what we do is minimize it. So hey, we're gonna do ABC takes. We need loud, medium, and smallest takes, and do those and then be done, instead of coming back and doing over and over and over, louder, bigger, stronger, right, scarier. That can be damaging, no matter how great of a yeller you are in the healthiest way. So
Okay. Where to go? Oh, there it is. All right. So the people might not know this unless oh my God, English hard words help.
speak for a living.
I know, professional voice actor. I can't do words. Anyway, so a lot of people might not know this unless you like post it on your Twitter and stuff, but you do voice a lot of trailers, like a lot of trailers. I can clock your voice now whenever I hear you. All right, so tell us how you became like one of the main voices for trailers, and oh my God. And why do you think it's really only a space that tends to be specifically just for guys? You don't really hear women voicing trailers.
Yeah. Well, I got into it because I always love movie trailers and people who voice trailers. And I reached out to a management and said, "Hey, listen, I know that you guys get trailer auditions. I would love to throw my hat in the ring." He tried me out for about a year, actually. I didn't
A
book
whole
anything.
year? Wow.
Whole year, yeah, a whole year. Because I mean, it's a very competitive space, and I was very young. I was like, I say very young. I was like 22, but I'm 30 now. But it's like, I did that for about a year, and then he was like, "All right, you booked to a thing," and so we signed, made it official, and my first movie was Ocean's 8,
Ooh.
and then after that was Proud Mary with Taraji P Henson, and then Black Klansman,
Ooh.
and then after Black Klansman it was Widows with Viola Davis, and then it started kind of rolling after that, and just kind of different projects and stuff, which was really nice. And so, yeah, that's kind of how it started. And in terms of like women in trailer, it's funny. There's not a lot, but there's starting to be some, which is nice. It's just we need them on the main theatrical camp, like the bigger tentpole movies, so people can hear them. But yeah, you're right. It's not a lot. It's been slow churning, but we're trying to get there.
Well, if you ever find some, your assistant has my email. Please, I would love to. I
For
would love
sure.
to audition for a trailer. Please, I could brag about that forever because that's like the first thing to come out.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. What was your favorite thing about playing Rocklock?
Oh my God. Oh, I mean, he was in My Hero Academia, like one of the biggest shows. That right there is like my favorite thing about playing him. And then, he's a brother.
True.
He's got he's a brother, he's a dad. I play a lot of these dad roles, man. I don't know. So um so yeah, that's really, I mean, the fact that he's in My Hero Academia, one of the biggest franchises out, and then also the fact that he's black, the first black character, I think only black character as of right now,
I think so, yeah.
is a lot to take on. But I'm honored, I'm happy, glad that I get to share that and share that with my brother as well.
All right. So I've asked Monica this, I've asked Rico this. Now I got to ask you this. Which quirk would you like to have from a character that you do not play?
Um, oh my God. Ooh, we,
See, I got you thinking.
you do. Um, Endeavor.
Really?
I want to barbecue some things.
Okay.
Think so?
All
Yeah.
right. Just don't overheat. Okay. Okay. Okay.
I'll say Endeavor. Yeah, I'll say Endeavor. I'm always a fan. Any even with Avatar, I always when I was a kid, I was like, I wish I could be born in the Fire Nation.
Really? I want earthbending.
Really?
Yeah. Like you could basically pretend you have super strength without super strength. So.
True. True. I see it. But no, yeah, Endeavor would be mine.
All right. Endeavor. Okay. Okay. Uh. blah, blah, blah. Okay. Do you have a favorite voice actor slash someone who you really would like to work with in the future?
hmm Keith David.
Ooh, yes. Same, honestly.
Yeah, Keith David. I mean, he's my hero in a lot of ways, and uh, I love that man. And the roles, you know, his voice is just amazing, but the characterization that he brings behind that, which I think is so important, is also gold, and they're goals I want to achieve. Like he is the bar. So
Yes.
him, obviously Phil Lamar, who were represented by the same agents.
Ooh.
Um, so maybe that'll happen one day soon. I would also say, oh gosh, Kimberly Brooks. That'd be another one.
I met her a few years ago. She's such a sweetheart.
She is. She is. And she's a triple threat. I mean, she does it all. She does commercials, trailers, animation, video games. I mean, she does everything.
Hmm.
She's great. But yeah, those for me, you could tell they're all black. How about that?
Yes. Cree Summer has also been at the top of my list.
Heck yeah. Yeah. Love Cree Summer.
All right. Do you have a favorite video game character you voiced?
Favorite video game character that I voiced. Oh my gosh. Do I really want to say this?
Make people mad. Give the controversial take.
Oh, what's my favorite character? Oh, it hasn't come out yet, actually.
Ah, damn it.
It hasn't come out yet. It
No.
hasn't come out yet. Literally, it has not come out because this is my favorite character, actually. It's
All right. So we're gonna have to keep a lookout and then we'll update.
yeah. It'll, these stuff take time, but it's
True.
this yeah.
True. True.
I was gonna say like maybe Newcastle, but then I was like, no, I'd be lying to myself. There is one, but yeah, and I don't want to put it on camera because then they're gonna hold me to it.
All right. So it's not out yet. We'll figure it out whenever it does come out.
Yeah.
All right. So what's your favorite thing about being a voice actor?
I get to work in my pajamas. I think getting up in the morning and getting off. But I love the medium of acting, and I love the fact that it doesn't matter what I look like, to perform. Like it's about how I sound, and not just how I sound, how I perform and my acting that associates with how I sound, that connects with how I sound rather. So I think that's the biggest thing. I can be whatever I want to be as long as I'm convincing. It's really, really cool. It's one of the mediums that is like, it doesn't matter what you look like, how tall you are, how short you are, how thin you are, how thick you are. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You just, as long as you can act on a microphone, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, that
That's
was one of the
my favorite thing.
yeah, that was one of the things I learned very early when I was starting to do like going to cons and stuff. It was like I can't remember who said it, unfortunately, but I can't remember who said it, but the person who said it said it doesn't matter like if you can do a million different voices or impressions. If you can't act, you can't act.
That's exactly it. That's literally it. I mean, I get emails and things from people all the time saying, hey, like, I've got a great voice, and someone recommended me to you because they said I have a nice sounding voice and stuff. And I'm like, can you act? All right. If you can't act, I can't help you.
Wait, do you do classes or something?
No. I don't.
Oh, okay.
It's the fact that you work in the field and people are like, you can take my son and make them be like you. And it's like, I can't. I'm job hustling out here too. So yeah, that's what I can say about that.
Okay. All right. And what's one of the hardest things about being a voice actor?
The hardest thing about being a voice actor?
Rejection? No, I'm joking, but also yes.
Well, yeah. Well, I think it's mostly not knowing. The rejection part, like that comes with it, right? Like you already don't have the job, so
right.
But it's not knowing whether or not you're even in the ballpark of the role. Like hey, I submitted this audition, I didn't hear anything back. Fine, but am I anywhere in the vicinity? Like,
right?
Should I just give up entirely? You just don't know. You just send it into the digital void, and you pray that somebody hears you, and but you don't get notes. You don't get notes. You don't get anything out of this other than you booked it, which is very, very frustrating, because if you only book once or twice or every 5 years or something like that, then it's very, and you don't know. I mean, I've had casting directors say to me, it's like, oh, I've seen your audition come in and I heard it and I loved it and I saved it for another opportunity. And that's like, oh my God, that's great, because that means I'm going in the right direction. But if I didn't get that, I don't know that casting director is actually hearing my audition. I may think, is my agent even sending my audition, or is it whatever? Like, it's so many things, because you don't know. We kind of live in isolation. Back in the day, you used to go in the studio and audition for these casting directors, and you kind of had a good feeling based on their reaction and their whatever and their vibe. Okay, they like that. Okay, they didn't like that. Like, but you just don't know. I think that's the hardest thing for me.
No, I feel you. Like, whenever I get shortlisted for anything, it's like, oh my God, yay, and then I hear nothing. It's like, crap,
It's like what I do.
It's literally that feeling. It's literally that. All right. So, what was your first con like as a guest?
Oh, that was for My Hero Academia actually, and it was so
Ooh.
cool. It was so cool. I mean, people coming out and coming out to see me and be like, "Oh my God, I love this character." It was kind of surreal, because again, we're voice actors. We work. No one knows who we are. No one knows what we do. So for them to to come through and then sign autographs and stuff like that, it was a really cool experience. And then you get to walk around for free and buy stuff and stuff. It was really cool.
You
It's a
say
fun
walk around like you weren't attached to your table for most of the time at Otaku
There
Fest.
were moments where I had breaks and stuff. I was able to walk around and see the artist Sally and all that kind of stuff, and that was really I didn't have to pay a dime for it. So that was
True. Save money on tickets
there you go.
however you can. Those tickets be expensive and they're getting more expensive.
Yeah.
All right. Were there any lines in like any projects that you had for as far as like maybe video game or even anime that were kept that you improv'd?
Oh, I can't remember. I really can't remember. It's such a collaborative thing, and there are lines that I just kind of like fluff up a little bit, but for the most part, I can't remember what those lines would have been. I literally record and then Control Alt Delete in my mind. So,
Fair enough.
I don't really what is this thing? Oh, golly, yeah, I don't know. Because my thing too is I don't want to say that I improv something and it was like actually no, we wrote that. You know. So I can't tell you if there has been. I'm sure I know there is. I just don't remember which ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the strangest and the coolest gift you've gotten from a con?
Strangest gift was someone gave me their sock.
What?
Okay. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a first.
Yeah. They gave me their sock.
What did it have your character on it?
It was in the color scheme of the character.
Okay.
Yeah. They painted it and stuff, and they're like, "Yeah, I've worn it 5 times."
Oh no.
Yeah. So that was one thing. That thing is currently in the trash. And if you're watching this, I had to trash it. The greatest gift I got was it was a painting of myself and the character next to each other.
Ooh. Which
yeah.
character?
It was for Newcastle.
Ah.
Yeah. Obviously I'm thinner than Newcastle, but still, it was really dope. It was dope.
Newcastle was built like a linebacker. Not many people are built like him.
True that. One too many burgers, but it works.
All right. So, what was your toughest scene you performed in terms of either emotion or just general difficulty?
Definitely the one that I did for One Piece when I voiced King and he was fighting Zoro. I think that was. Oh, speaking of King, he's right here. Boom, boom, boom. One Piece.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Which I will never watch. My friends try to convince me. It's not happening. It's too many episodes.
Too long. It's 1,000 plus. I mean, no. But yeah, that was I think my toughest scene because there was a lot of yelling, a lot of grit, a lot of backstory as well. So I can definitely point to that and say that was my hardest show I had to work on in terms of vocal stress.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, any embarrassing booth stories?
Well, funny enough, that same story, I fainted.
Oh, what?
Yeah, was reading and then doing a yell, and I like went black for a minute. Thankfully, found myself sitting on the chair because I just fell back. But yeah, that was embarrassing because I was like watching, and they all stood up and were like, man, I'm on the chair. I'm like, I thought I died. But no, that was what I can say is it was a oof, interesting one.
One off the fainting.
Yeah, embarrassing, but I do it for
So
the people.
you joined Sean Schimmel in just losing all breath.
Yeah, would hate to be Goku though, because that right there, and doing that every day,
That's a workout.
I would not.
I don't know.
Cannot.
I don't even know how he does it. That's a legit workout.
Yeah. Hey, he's a pro. That's why they paying him big bucks.
True. All right, do you have any favorite moments while acting with another person, or do you just do everything by yourself?
I typically record on my own. There's not a lot of collaborative recordings and stuff, unfortunately. With the exception of Diablo, which I did that with the voice of Lilith. That was really cool because we don't typically do video games ensemble, so that was dope. But other than that, I typically do it on my own.
Okay. Who's a character you'd like to play one day, just in like anything?
Blade. I would love to play Blade in a Marvel.
Ooh.
I say cinematic, but any Marvel series. That would be amazing.
I could die happy if I ever voiced Storm.
Oh, yes.
I could die so happy if I got to voice her.
One day
One day.
we'll be given the opportunity.
One day. I keep losing my place every time I switch back to the thing.
Oh.
Did you ever have a scene where you did that made you legitimately cry tears of joy or sadness?
Honestly, no. I'm not a big crier, so it's like I'm good about separating the character from myself and reality. So I don't, yeah, I can't say I've had a scene where I've cried. Have I? No, I haven't. Maybe I should find one. Crying on command.
Get the Oscar.
There you go. Add some realism. It's funny. Yeah, but no, I haven't had it. I'm just trying to think, but no.
All right. What was it like meeting the other voice actors for the first time when you were only worked with in the show?
Oh, it's always a blast when you get to meet the remainder, the other voice actors that you work with. But well, that you work with in solitude. It was fun, getting to crack jokes and do the voices, sometimes record videos and stuff like that, and getting to see the team who makes the thing come to life. It was really fun. So I love when the voice actors get together.
What got you into voice acting?
Getting into voice acting started my sophomore year of high school when a teacher heard me reading and said, "You had a nice sounding voice. You should think about doing voiceovers or something like that." And I was like, sure. I went online, searched up voice acting, and I saw some videos come up that I was like, oh my God, this is a field that I would love to be in instead of, trying to figure out math and all that other stuff. So I definitely, I created a voiceover demo and submitted it. And thankfully, agent was like, "Hey, you sound pretty spiffy. Would you like to, join our roster?" So that was kind of the impetus of the VO stuff.
Nice. I'm still trying to work my way up to finding that.
One day.
I have an agent, but it's more for on-camera things. I
Okay.
need stuff for behind the camera things.
Yes.
So bad. We're trying. We haven't given up yet.
Don't.
Did you always want to be a voice actor? I mean, I kind of just asked that.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, since my sophomore year in high school, for a long time, good chunk of my life, this is all I wanted to do. So, yeah. And then, singing as well. I'm a part of a vocal group, so I do that a lot. So, yeah, this is the main thing, and I love it, and I've been chasing it my entire life.
Nice. And final question. What advice would you give to future Black voice actors?
Ooh, yeah, I would tell them to um, a lot of people are gonna try to make your skin color the forefront of who you are, which I think it's interesting because it's a good thing, but also it can be a bad thing in that if you're trying to fill a quota, if you're a company trying to just, oh, we need more black people, I want you to hire me because I'm talented and because I'm good at this job, not because I'm black. That's not enough, right?
Right.
So it's for us, it's enough, but these folks don't know that. They don't. They just see us as a number and to fill their thing. So so every time you're given the opportunity to step to the plate, please show them that you are more than your skin, who you are. Like show them that you are your talent. You have a gift. You can speak into the medium, and you being black is a freaking bonus. And I think people need to know that. But yeah, believe in yourself, and I know that's a cliche thing to say, but I think in times where you're not winning, in times where you're not really booking or you're not like seeing results, it's important to continue believing in yourself and say, yo, no, I actually have something special here and I'm gonna keep on going. People are counting, some people, small demographic of people are counting for you to give up, are counting for you not to um chase after it. There's even people in your lives that have said, hey, are you sure you want to do that? Are you questioning your dream? And only you know the dream you saw, the dream you dreamt, and only you know um, what you envisioned for yourself. So go after. Do not let anybody talk you out of it. Is what I would say. Keep going.
All right, awesome. Well, that is the final question that I had. I was trying to come up with more, and then writer's block hit me.
No, all good. No, this is really fun. Thank you so much for having me.
I hope to see you again at another con soon.
Yes, apparently there's something else coming for Florida, but I can't talk
If
about that
if
too
it's
long.
MegaCon, I can't do that. That's in Orlando.
Okay, got it.
MegaCon's too far. That requires that requires at least a hotel.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for so much for this. Let me just close this out, and like however much time you have left, we can like still talk for a few minutes.
Okay. Sounds good. No, thank you so much. I appreciate it. This was fun. It's fun. I gotta hop into another session here. But yeah, this is awesome.
All right, so thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully, I'll have another interview down the line. I'm trying very hard to get an interview with Inarius Quinones. Why did I say that wrong? Trying to get something with her. Trying to get something with AJ Beckles, and I'm also trying to get something with Zeno Robinson. It's all trying. Can't say when that's eventually happening, but hopefully in the future.
Yes, my people.
Yes.